Welcome to Half Moon Vibes, your sanctuary for peace and positivity. Today we're exploring a powerful story about how slowing down can help you reclaim your dreams and find balance in life. Sarah barely remembered what it felt like to breathe. Days blurred into a relentless cycle of meetings, deadlines, and to-do lists. She was a successful marketing executive, admired for her drive and efficiency. But behind the facade of having it all, Sarah felt an emptiness growing within her.
My days were tightly wound springs, fueled by endless cups of coffee and the pressure to achieve. Evenings offered little respite, filled with networking events and catching up on work. Weekends, once a time for relaxation, became opportunities to get ahead. I was living in fast forward, always chasing the next milestone, the next promotion, the next big thing.
The worst part, Sarah wasn't sure she even wanted those things anymore. The dreams she once held, writing a novel, traveling the world, starting a family, felt like faded photographs, tucked away in a dusty album. They were reminders of a life she no longer recognized, a life she'd abandoned in the pursuit of success. The panic attack hit her on a Tuesday in the middle of a crowded elevator. Her heart hammered in her chest, her breath caught in her throat, and the walls seemed to close in. She stumbled out as soon as the doors opened, gasping for air in the sterile hallway. That's when Sarah knew something had to change.
This wasn't living, it was merely existing. The relentless pace, the constant pressure, the sacrifice of my well-being, it had all come to a head. I was exhausted, burnt out, and utterly lost.
That night, lying awake in the silence of her apartment, Sarah made a decision. She couldn't keep living like this. The thought of quitting her job terrified her, but the thought of staying was unbearable. She needed to slow down, to reconnect with herself, to remember who she was before the world told her who she should be. Sarah handed in her notice the next day. Her colleagues were shocked.
"But your career, your trajectory,"
they exclaimed, their faces etched with concern and confusion. But something in Sarah's heart told her this was the right decision. She moved out of her sterile modern apartment and found a cozy studio with a view of a quiet park. Instead of searching for another high-powered job, Sarah took a deep breath and did something unexpected. She accepted a part-time position at a charming Italian restaurant a few blocks from her apartment.
The pace was slower, the environment warmer, and the aroma of freshly baked bread that permeated the air was a welcome change from the scent of stale coffee and ambition that had clung to me for so long.
For the first time in years, she had time. Time to breathe, time to think, time to simply be. She wandered through museums, lost in thought and beauty. She started writing again, pouring her heart out onto the pages of a worn notebook. She reconnected with old friends, sharing meals and laughter. Life wasn't about checking off boxes anymore. It was about savoring the little moments. The warmth of the sun on her face, the sound of children laughing in the park, the simple pleasure of a good book and a cup of tea. These became her new measures of success. The emptiness she had felt for so long began to fade, replaced by a quiet contentment. She was rediscovering herself piece by piece, and it felt like coming home after a long, arduous journey. One evening, while kneading dough in the warm kitchen of the restaurant, a wave of inspiration washed over Sarah. She thought about her love for writing, the stories she longed to tell.
That night, I dusted off my old laptop and began to write. The words flowed effortlessly, fueled by years of suppressed creativity and the newfound freedom of a life lived at my own pace.
She wrote about her experiences, her struggles, her journey to rediscovering herself. She wrote about the beauty of simplicity, the importance of slowing down, the unexpected joy found in the ordinary.
My writing became my sanctuary, a way to process my emotions, and a testament to the transformative power of slowing down. It was a far cry from the boardrooms and presentations of my old life, but it filled me with a sense of purpose and fulfillment I had never known before.
Sarah's story is a reminder that sometimes slowing down is the bravest and most important thing we can do. In a world obsessed with speed and achievement, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. We become caught in a cycle of busyness, chasing external validation at the expense of our own well-being. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. Are you living in overdrive, constantly rushing from one thing to the next? Are you sacrificing your dreams and well-being for the sake of societal expectations? Perhaps it's time to slow down, to reconnect with yourself, to rediscover the things that bring you joy. You might be surprised by what you find. Like Sarah, you might just discover that the greatest adventures are often found not in the pursuit of more, but in the appreciation of what you already have. If you enjoyed Sarah's journey, please like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories.